Hello ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much for clicking on this video and Happy New Year. It is now the year 2022. It has flown by so fast, 2021 did. Obviously 2020, nearly the entire world was in lockdown. Coming into 2021, a lot of people thought it was going to get better. It didn't. We had a lot, and I mean a lot, of stupid stuff happen. We had more lockdowns, we had people starting to believe liars, and just the world just kind of got turned on its head. And due to all of that as well, things came out in the mainstream media regarding things happening decades ago regarding high-powered people. Obviously, we all saw the Maxwell trial, how that went, and what we're going to take a look at today is something that this channel will most likely be covering going into the new year. And this is what we got. The 6 blockbuster trials you'll be glued to in 2022. So obviously we are going to be following the Johnny Depp one like there's no tomorrow. We will be following that. Let's just zoom this in for you lovely people. So, this coming year we will see a raft of roller coaster court cases go to trial. Buckle up, which is what we will be getting. So obviously you got all these here about the real estate firm to a 25-year-old case as well, and the death of George. The coming year will see a raft of high-profile court cases. Obviously the main ones for this channel will be Johnny Depp, but these are the ones we also have. So here's a preview of 6 of 2022's most hotly anticipated proceedings. The wall closed in on the Donald organization. With this one, I'm like, what does this even mean? What has exactly happened? New York State tax fraud case against longtime organization CFO Alan Weisselberg has its next court date set for July 2022. So you have that one there. Trial potentially beginning in late August, early September, shortly before a new round of sure to be contentious midterm elections. So you got all of that there regarding, I assume, the tax fraud. But then obviously you got so many more. You got a mom's mystery disappearance. I first saw this one about 3, maybe 4 weeks ago, and I was like, why isn't this more mainstream? Why isn't this spread more? And my dog's going crazy again. So Susan Morphew set out on a bike ride at Mother's Day 2020. She was never seen again. The police embarked on a massive search for her, for the 49-year-old Poncha Springs, Colorado mother, and her husband, Barry, put up a $100,000 reward for a safe return. But Barry, the 53-year-old construction contractor, was soon accused by his brother-in-law of not doing enough to help. Barry hadn't cooperated fully with investigators and refused to take a lie detector test, he said. After a year-long investigation which involved more than 135 search warrants, 400 interviews, and some 1,400 tips, the husband was arrested on May the 5th last year, now 2021, at a job site near his home. Prosecutors filed a 131-page affidavit laying out reams of evidence that says, and it points to him, of getting rid of his wife. He stands charged with, among other things, first degree that, tampering with this, unlawful possession of a short-barreled bang bang, and a misdemeanor offence of voting in his wife's name in the 2020 presidential election. If you're going to get rid of someone, you're not going to do that. It's just stupid, you know? But anyway, it does say this, under question by the FBI, he said he submitted Suzanne's mail-in ballot because he wanted Donald to win. Come on, mate. So Barry continued to maintain his innocence as investigators turned their focus on him, and the mystery gripped people across the nation. It says that there, but again, being in the UK, we wouldn't really have seen this. And I think that's probably why, obviously, I didn't see the mainstream and only saw it a couple of weeks ago. But I'm like, oh my god, this is insane. Obviously, worldwide, we did have the Gabby situation where she obviously, with her boyfriend, is the one who did it, and he self-deleted and everything else. And it's just crazy to see that because she was on YouTube and she was kind of known sort of thing, that's why it kind of spread worldwide. Obviously, you had Dog the Bounty Hunter, you had so many people covering it, and it was YouTubers who actually did the best job of finding where the van was and what was going on. But getting back to this, So he does continue to maintain his innocence. Investigators turn their focus on him and the mystery grip people across the nation. His farcical speculation about his wife's demise and ongoing attempts to divert attention will promises to be a blockbuster courtroom drama. And it says there, 3 months after his wife went missing, he spoke off camera to a local newscaster and floated several theories about what might have happened. Perhaps she had been attacked by a wild animal, a bear. Or maybe she had been in a car accident. Or someone could have done her on the street. Honey, I love you and I want you back so bad, he pleaded on Facebook. They all seem to go on Facebook and just do that, don't they, you know? But the criminal trial is set to be in May of this year. Defense attorney Iris Etienne confirmed to the Daily Beast he remains free on a $500,000 bond. Her body has never been found. So you got that one there. You got the officers who stood by as George Floyd was taken. So you got that one there. Obviously, we did see that this guy, the actual officer who kneeled on his neck for no reason, literally there was no need to do that. Obviously, he was the most significant trials of a generation. But now the 3 officers accused are standing by as he did it. They've got their trial in March of this year. I think this one here is going to be a big one because obviously it's the 3 coppers who just stood by and did nothing. But obviously we all know that one there, so I'm not going to go through that one. But then you got this one, which I think I will be covering a lot because obviously it is the UK and it's Prince Andrew. Is one of the royal family, one of the UK's biggest, wealthiest people. The lawsuit that will may bring down a prince. A highly awaited civil trial stemming from sordid allegations by Prince Andrew will likely get underway sometime in the last 4 months of this year, bringing the royal's stunning fall from grace to an appalling new Nadia. The suit filed in August by 38-year-old Virginia, I'm not going to say her surname because I can't pronounce that, accuses the prince of doing this when she was just 17. Prince Andrew has been widely condemned over this and was forced to step down from his public duties and charity work as the accusations became a major distraction. Well, obviously they would because you've been accused of doing something horrible, mate. He only made matters worse by sitting for an interview with the BBC that one royal watcher described as excruciatingly awful, in which Andrew showed little remorse or empathy for his accuser. Yeah, that one there, it was one of the worst things I've ever seen. Mostly because I will put the actual interview on the channel in the next couple of days, and just the way he was sat there, the way he was talking to the interviewer, and he's going, "Oh no, couldn't have been me. I was at Pizza Express." Here in the UK, Pizza Express is like a higher end Pizza Hut, basically. And they're like, "Oh, I was there with my daughter. I drove her there with her friends and they had a pizza party." And it's like, okay, that's a little bit weird, because obviously you're saying that you went there, but then you've had the police who have damaged actual evidence. They got rid of evidence. They tampered with stuff. They burned evidence because you had one royal guard who was asking for his stuff from then. And it took 5 months for them to come back with, "Oh, we don't keep anything after 2 years." Why did it take 5 months for that very short answer? Obviously, it does show that it is something's afoot there, that some kind of horrible deed is afoot. And obviously it does say by here when you look back to it. So Virginia, she also alleges that this occurred while she was being trafficked by late financier Mr. Jeffrey, and who passed in prison while awaiting trial. And obviously Maxwell, she was found guilty of 5 of the 6 charges against her on Wednesday. Maxwell could be called to testify in Andrew's case, along with Meghan Markle, adding to the circus-like atmosphere expected to surround the goings on. So with that one there, now if she is called to testify in Andrew's case, she's not going to make it. She won't even make it to that month when this goes on. I can guarantee that. And along with Meghan Markle, obviously she's a lot of people don't seem to like her. But then you got the Virginia does state about Mr. Jeffrey lent her out to a lot of people going on. And one of the things that Prince Andrew is currently doing as well, don't know if they got it by here, but on January the 4th, which is on Tuesday, which also happens to be my birthday. I'm 36. I'm getting old. My body's breaking down. But yeah, so on Tuesday, he's actually trying to get it thrown out of the court in America, because Virginia is now living in Australia. And he's like, well, she's living over there. Does it really matter? You know, she's over there now. It's not in America. She can't use it. It's not in their jurisdiction. It's like, come on. Are you seriously? And it says there at the very bottom, Monday, the prince's lawyers claimed that Virginia has no standing to sue in New York because she lives with her husband in Australia, not Colorado as listed in court papers. And citizens living abroad can't file suits in US federal court. We'll just have to see how that goes. But then obviously for this channel, ladies and gentlemen, it is the big one. In April, it's now like 100 days exactly until we get there. But Johnny Depp v AH, and AH versus Johnny Depp. So celeb watchers will be glued to the courtroom in the spring of 2022 as embattled movie star Johnny Depp and ex-wife AH dueling defamation lawsuits go to trial. I do like how they say movie star Johnny Depp and ex-wife her. You know, it's like, well, she's a movie star if you want to call her that, you know? So, if Depp's eye-popping and unsuccessful defamation case against the British tabloid that called him this was any indication, the proceedings are likely to be bitter and contentious. The origins of the legal battle can be traced back to a December 2018 op-ed she published in the Washington Post. In it, she described herself as a survivor of this, but did not refer to Depp by name. However, many observers believe they recognise Johnny Depp from certain descriptions. But then we've seen emails now, which we do have, and obviously I will be doing a this month sometime a rundown of currently what we got, what evidence is currently out there, so we can just get a bit more up to date and find out. But we've seen the emails, like I was saying, oh, well, she did this, and we'll skirt around the no divorce NDA, you know, you can't talk about it. We won't mention this, we won't mention him by name. And it's like, well, if you're not going to mention him by name, people are going to know who you are, you know? Because them thinking they can just get away with not mentioning his name, and oh, no one will know. That is just absolute bull. But so obviously in March, does say over that he filed a lawsuit against her in Fairfax County, Virginia, alleging that his ex-wife defamed him and he was asking for $50 million in damages. Filed in Virginia because the Post printing presses are located in Springfield, Virginia, and his online edition is routed through servers in Virginia. But then obviously we got the op-ed, implication that he was these categorically and demonstrably false. Mr. Depp never did this. It continued, calling her claims part of an elaborate hoax to generate positive publicity for her and advance her career, which is 100% correct. So these are the ones that we are going to be watching, and it's going to be it's going to be a very interesting year for all of this, you know, for all the court cases that are going. And actually, there we got another one, the sordid case that gripped California, which I don't know this one. So we got some 25 years after Cal Poly freshman Kristen Smart went missing after leaving a party, her classmate Paul Flores will finally be tried for her. Wow. So his chilling past and the length of time it took to piece together Smart's baffling disappearance have set the stage for a closely watched trial. She disappeared May 25th, 96, and he was the last person to see her alive. Smart's body has never been recovered, but she was legally declared dead in 2002. A criminal complaint filed April 14th, 2021 accuses Paul, now 44, of getting rid of the 19-year-old Flores, which was engaged in the commission of or attempting to commit this. So, that is going to be a very, very interesting one, and that is also set to be begin in April of this year. So there's quite a few things on there, and I think I will be keeping up with most of them because they are very interesting. And obviously, this year, with this, we're finally going to see Johnny Depp, hopefully, fingers crossed, get justice for what has happened to him. I hope Prince Andrew gets done because, again, he's just, the way he's been acting, the way he's been talking about things is like, mate, come on. You literally are just digging yourself a bigger hole. But that's what we got for the year trials coming this year. I'm thinking of having a look at what else we will see. Obviously, we will be going back to a movie kind of channel as well, and pop culture sort of thing as well. There's going to be 3 to 4 episodes streamed live a week. I'm thinking 3 at the moment, where it'd be myself and Soups. We'll be talking about a host of things. We've got some cool things lined up. We're trying to get a call in as well, so people can give us calls and speak to us, which we thought would be kind of cool as well, different dynamic. And we're hoping to get some interviews on the channel, which, fingers crossed, goes well, and hopefully you'll like them. But if you are new to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, please like and subscribe. leave a comment, if you need to as well. Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend and a fantastic seeing in the New Year, and I'll see you all very, very soon.